mascara on the sink, talking to my shadow, things I didn't think, chasing little moments just to feel something. No one ever asked me what I was running from. I wore borrowed dreams too tight on my skin, smiled in photographs, cried when night came in. I've been everywhere, but never here. Learned how to disappear, still don't know my name. I love the idea of love, but never stayed with me. Hotel rooms at dawn, blue perfume in air, leaving without sound before I start to care. Dancing like I'm golden on somebody's floor. When the lights go out, I want a little more. I thought truth was motion, city, skin and sound. Silence keeps reminding me what I never found. I've been everywhere, but never here. Chased every voice but mine, held on to forever just to let it die. I love the idea of love, but never stayed with me. Maybe heaven isn't places or the way we're seen. Maybe it's the moment I don't need to leave, forgiving the girl I used to be, holding broken pieces and finally breathing. I don't need another sign or someone to believe. If I stay a little longer, I might stay with me. Lights off, phone down, heart learning how to be. I've been to every dream, now I'm staying with me. As the city lights stay on and the night moves slow, I'm sitting with the quiet, letting moments go. I thought you were the answer to every open door, but time keeps moving softly, asking nothing more. I remember who I was when everything felt new, holding on to feeling how to live without you. Slow steps, nothing to prove. I'm learning how to carry on tonight with less, but still alive. The window stays open, the street stays loud. Life keeps on moving around me now. I'm learning how to live without you. Not strong, just getting through. I'm learning how to live tonight. I stay awake past midnight, watching shadows on the wall. The room is filled with quiet, nothing much at all. You drift through my thoughts without a sound. No promises, just the way you come around. I don't need you to notice, I don't need a sign. You're just someone I think about late at night. I don't say your name out loud, I let it stay inside. Some feelings don't need answers to survive. I used to picture moments that never took shape, little scenes that faded when morning came. You stay for just a second, then you're gone, like a half-remembered song. I don't need you to choose me or to stay. You're just someone I think about that way. No asking, no pretending, no line I have to cross. Just a thought that lingers, then gets lost. The streetlights keep on flickering outside. I turn away and let the night decide. You're just someone I think about at night. The hardest part is still believing that somewhere out there things make sense. People move through moments, never stay too long, and I wonder where I went wrong. I used to say, keep it simple, don't expect too much. is where I am. I don't ask for something perfect. I don't need a perfect plan. I just notice how much time passed without me understanding it. I've got pockets full of intentions. They don't keep me warm tonight, but I'm breathing, I'm still standing, and somehow I'll be alright. I'm still awake at 4 a.m. I'm watching shadows cross the room, holding on to something small. Not a dream, just something true. The world is flawed, I know that now. So am I, that's nothing new. Still awake at 4 a.m. Letting the night move through. This isn't something I was taught. No lines to follow, no right or wrong. I watch the world from far away, people passing on their way. I kept looking for someone else to show me who I was, but every answer led me back to this quiet in my chest. I don't need to stand above. I don't need to stand above. I don't need to be seen. I just noticed what stayed with me when everything else left quietly. Some nights I hear old laughter, not loud, just passing through. A version of myself I barely knew. I don't hold on to every dream. Some were heavy, some were brief. I learned to walk without a guide, not strong, just staying kind. I don't call it something great, no perfect name to say. Just learning how to sit with myself and not turn away. I don't need to stand above, I don't need to be free. I just noticed what stayed with me when the night closed in gently. If I ever reach that place where the road feels thin, I'll stay with what I've learned and let the rest fade in. Some feelings don't have a reason. just something that stays a little, then fades with time. Some feelings move through slowly, not love, not pain, just traces left behind. I don't reach for what is gone. I don't wish things away. I don't wish things away. I just notice how certain feelings decide to stay. There are nights I feel them again, not in my arms, not in my mind, just somewhere between breathing and the passing of time. Some feelings don't belong to yesterday or tomorrow. Either way, they don't ask to be understood. They just remain for a while. They just remain for a while. Some feelings stay. Sometimes love feels heavy, like water moving too fast. Sometimes it leaves a mark you don't see until after. Sometimes it's the hunger that keeps you awake at night. I don't try to name it, I just sit with the feeling. And there's a heart that stays guarded, afraid to fall apart. There's a dream that stays quiet, waiting in the Some people hold back, some people give too much. Some learn slowly what it means just to touch and be touched. When the night feels endless and the road won't bend it, I remind myself something small is still growing underneath. Not asking for the sun, not ready to be seen, just staying where it is growing quiet. feels quiet tonight. Not calling, not asking, just sitting with the dark as it slowly fills the room. I don't reach for anyone. I don't wait for a sign. Some nights are only meant to be held inside. I thought I'd learn how to fly, but my wings stay folded. I watch the world move past without knowing my name. This room feels endless, like water without a shore. Not heavy, not empty, just deeper than before. Ocean deep, not a place I choose, just somewhere I stay. When there's nothing to lose, I don't cry for another. I don't wonder who's gone. I let the night pass through me until the feeling's gone. Ocean deep, quiet and still. This love I don't name. I let it be It's been some time, and something still remains. I haven't felt the same since that quiet day. We said we needed space and found an empty place. And the only thing I learned is how slowly feelings stay. So here I am, not asking anymore, but wondering softly now what this quiet's for. Where does the quiet go when a heart slows down? Does it stay inside or fade without a sound? Does it learn to rest or drift on its own? Where does the quiet go when love is gone? I've been around enough to know things don't return. Some dreams turn heavy, some lessons hurt. What we had once moves through me. Not as long, just memory. So here I am, letting moments pass, not holding on, not looking back. Where does the quiet go when our heart slows down? Does it stay inside or move through town? Does it find a place to feel like home? Where does the quiet go when love is gone? No promises remain, no words to say, just the weight of another day. Where does the quiet go when the night feels long? Does it stay with me until it's gone? I don't need to know, I just let it flow. Where does the quiet go? I let it go.
I remember holding on in the rain. That night we almost lost it. Time got moving into morning. We stayed there, living on the feelings, touching you. It all returned again. We almost had the night, and love was all we carried. The fall with you was worth the climb somehow. Being there made everything feel steady. We almost had the night, the hours slipping into daylight. Some things never feel the same again. We almost had the night. The way you used to stay so close, I kept our hearts together. The moment in the dark can last forever. Comfort without needing answers. I let the feeling pass again. We almost had the night when nothing else was needed. The road with you was long, but it felt right. Being there was enough for living. We almost had the night, was young and new, we reached inside and held the quiet between me and you. Nothing stays the way it started, nothing needs to be explained. Once you know it's something less, you let it fade. We almost had the night when love was all we carried. The fall with you was worth the climb somehow. Being there made everything feel steady. We almost had the night we stayed until the morning. Some things don't return the same again. We almost had the night.
The room is quiet tonight, only the clock's still awake. Streetlights spill on the floor, like something I forgot to say. I sit with thoughts that don't move. They wait until the dark feels close. Some nights feel heavier when nothing asks me to go. There are moments I almost leave just to feel less alone. Not running anywhere, just wanting something to hold. There are moments I almost move toward a place I imagine, but I stay where I am, letting the feeling pass. Every day I keep my balance, play the part that looks in control, smiling through conversations, never letting too much show. But when the door closes behind me and the room knows my name, the quiet comes back slowly, and everything feels the same. What does it mean to keep dreaming when no one sees it grow? Some thoughts feel louder when they have nowhere to go. There are moments I almost leave just to feel less alone. Not running anywhere, just wanting something to hold. There are moments I almost move toward a place I imagine, but I stay where I am, letting the feeling pass. The night doesn't answer, it doesn't ask me to stay. It just sits beside me until the feeling fades. Some fears don't need fixing, some nights don't need a sound. I breathe and let the silence settle all around. There are moments I almost leave when the weight feels too strong, when staying still feels harder than carrying on. There are moments I almost move toward a warmth I remember, but I stay where I am, learning how to stay with myself.
There were nights I couldn't sleep, lying awake with every thought, trying to believe that love was always meant to hurt. I learned to carry silence, learned to hold my breath, thinking something missing was the reason I felt less. Now the room feels steady, nothing pulling me apart. I don't need an answer to quiet down my heart. Somewhere in the stillness I finally understand, not everything I'm missing needs another hand. I don't need to be filled, I don't need to be saved, I don't need a voice telling me I'm okay. I have enough tonight, just staying where I am. No one holding me together, but I'm still standing. Morning light through tired eyes, coffee cooling by the sink. Time moves slow and gently, without asking what I think. Evening comes without a sound, moonlight on the wall. Nothing here to promise me, nothing here to fall. I don't need to be filled, I don't need to be saved, I don't need a voice telling me I'm okay. I have enough tonight, just staying where I am. No one holding me together, but I'm still standing. Some nights feel heavier, some nights pass me by. I let them come and go without asking why. I'm learning how to breathe without holding on, learning how to stay when everything feels gone. I don't need to be filled, I don't need to be saved, I don't need a reason to make it through this phase. I have enough tonight, just staying where I am. No one holding me together, but I'm still standing.
It all felt easy then. Every quiet moment we shared, the closeness in between still stays with me. I remember how it felt when your touch moved slowly. It said more a second chance is something I imagine, but I don't reach out. If you were here again, I'd move a little softer. If you were here again, I'd hold the silence longer. Not trying to change a thing, just letting it stay. Now I see more clearly how the space still knows your name, how some feelings remain without a sound. There's something between us that never fully left, no matter how time moves on. We had something rare, but I didn't know it until it slipped away. A second moment lives only in thought, and I let it be. If you were here again, I'd move a little softer. If you were here again, I'd hold the silence longer. Not asking for forever, just staying there. Some romances never return, they only visit. I don't promise anything, I don't call you back, I just remember. If you were here again, I'd move a little softer. If you were here again, I'd hold the silence longer. This time wouldn't rush, this time would rest. If you were here again, I'd move a little softer. If you were here again, I'd hold the silence longer. This moment wouldn't end because it never begins.
Tonight I stay with the feeling. It seems like the right thing to do. No one is watching the moment. The world feels distant and small. Tonight the noise fades around me. I let the quiet move in. Nothing is pulling me forward. Nothing is asking for more. Tonight I stay with the feeling and hope it stays for a while. Tonight the hours are gentle. The dark feels easy to hold. Tonight my thoughts climb slowly into a sky without sound. Just letting the silence surround me and stay where I am. Tonight I stay with the feeling. No distance left to explain. Nothing between me and the moment. Nothing I need to become. Tonight this calm I didn't expect. Tonight I stay with the feeling and let the night carry through. Tonight the world feels lighter without needing something new.
The light is low tonight. The room feels slow and still. Nothing asking me for answers, nothing I need to fix. I've been sitting with the quiet, letting time pass by, trying not to rush the feeling, trying just to stay inside. Something shifted softly when I wasn't looking. A warmth I didn't plan on found its way back in. I didn't call it love, I didn't name a thing. I just felt the weight I carry start to loosen underneath. Now my head feels lighter when the night feels calm. I don't need to say much to know where I am. I just wanna stay here a little longer without explaining how I got here. I won't promise everything, I won't reach for time, I won't swear forever or draw a perfect line. But tonight my heart stays here without asking what comes next. I don't care what brought me here, this moment feels enough. You feel familiar, like something I can breathe. The quiet in the night air, moving slowly through me. And I feel steady again without knowing why. Somehow the weight I carry doesn't feel as heavy tonight. Somewhere between words something still remains. Not loud, not perfect, but it stays the same. Now my head feels lighter when the night feels calm. I don't need to say much to know where I am. I just felt lighter when the night feels calm. I don't need to say much to know where I am. I just wanna stay inside this feeling without asking how long it lasts. I won't promise everything, I won't reach for time, I won't swear forever or draw a perfect line. But tonight my heart stays here without asking what comes next. I don't care what we're going through, this moment feels enough. I move slowly when it comes to trust. I've been careful before and learned not to rush. And I know I'm saving something, not to give away, but to keep it warm and let it stay. I do feel close in a quiet way. Now my head feels lighter when the night feels calm. I don't need to say much to know where I am. I just wanna stay inside this feeling without asking where it leads. I won't promise everything, I won't reach for time, I won't swear forever or draw a perfect line. But tonight my heart stays here without asking what comes next. I don't care what we're going through, this moment feels enough.
left to say out loud? Do we just turn away in silence like we don't remember how we got here in the first place, with our hearts still open wide? I know we said some careless things, I know the night feels heavy now, but maybe broken words alone aren't enough to shut this down. We've been more than moments passing by. Why goodbye? Why does it come so easily when there's still so many nights we haven't even tried to see? Why goodbye after all this time? Can't we stay? Can't we try just a little longer this time? Why goodbye? Why can't we slow it down? Why can't we sit with all the doubt before we let it fade away? If we search beyond the rain, there's still a quiet light that stays. We're more than just a love that failed. We can't just close the door on everything we were before. We've carried this too far together to pretend it meant no more. Why goodbye? Why does it have to end this way? So many truths, so many softer words we never say. Why goodbye after all this time? Can't we stay? Can't we try just one more honest try? The road of love was never easy. We stumbled, lost our sense of ground. But every step that led us here was never meant to break us down. Every storm we walk through still reminds me what is true. We've survived the worst of nights. We've held on when it hurt the most. If we let this slip away, we're losing more than we will know. Why goodbye when there's still so much we feel? Why walk away from something that still hurts this real? Why goodbye when our hearts still fight? Can't we stay? Can't we try just one more time tonight? We don't have to promise forever. We don't need the perfect words. Just stay here in this moment. Let the silence speak first. Why goodbye? Why does it sound so final now, when love is still the only truth we haven't talked about? Why goodbye after all this time? Can't we stay? Can't we try before we say goodbye? Why goodbye? Why goodbye? Oh, why goodbye? When we're still here inside.
Another quiet morning without you. Another clock still moving slow. stay.
How do I keep going when everything reminds me of the way we used to be? All the love we gave, all the hours we stayed awake, they're still here inside of me.
Can you quiet the rain that's falling? Can you clear these clouds away? I would give anything just to feel the warmth again. Can you quiet the rain that's falling? I can't face another gray. Only you could ever take these tears away.
Every street I walk feels familiar, like you're just a step behind. Sometimes it's a voice in the distance, sometimes just a memory passing by.
I keep turning when I hear your name, even when I know you're gone. It's hard pretending I'm stronger when the nights keep going on.
Do you ever wake up reaching for the space where I used to be? Or am I the only one still holding on quietly? I can't believe you're not lonely. I can't believe you don't feel this too. After everything we were, after everything we knew. Can you quiet the rain that's falling? Can you chase these clouds away? I would give anything just to see the sun again. Can you quiet the rain that's falling? I can't face another day. Only you could ever take this pain away. If you were here for just one evening, I know you'd feel it too. Some things don't disappear with time, they just learn to hide the truth. Loving you once was never enough, there was always more to give. I still believe somewhere inside we were meant to live. Can you quiet the rain that's falling? Can you clear the sky tonight? I don't need forever, just one moment of light. Can you quiet the rain that's falling? I'm so tired of the gray. Only you could ever make this feeling fade. Can you quiet the rain? Can you quiet the rain? Can you quiet the rain inside of me? How do I live without you? How did I let you go? I'm still standing here in the